All right, so here's the otherworldly elite flyweight out of Guadalajara, Mexico, Alexa Grasso. And it's interesting to look back to early portions of her UFC career. After the Carla Esparza loss in 2019, she had lost 3 of 5, and nobody envisioned her as a future UFC champion, but she has stayed committed to the cause every step of the way. Her grappling improvement has been unbelievable. She's always been an outstanding boxer, but she has honed that, of course, under her uncle, Francisco Grasso. This is one of the very best flyweights in the world. She is as committed to the cause as any man or woman in the world. I'm excited to see what she can do with this showcase here tonight. Well, prior to Alexa Grasso breaking through against Valentina Shevchenko, no one had fought her as closely as this Brazilian talent, Taila Santos. A lot of fans felt like at UFC 275 back in Singapore that she should have been the athlete to emerge with the split decision win. Of course, that is neither here nor there. She's an outstanding striker, undeniable knockout power at 125 pounds. Can lean on her grappling if need be. Tonight, though, she is focused on striking, leg kicks, jab. She believes her power will be heard from before fights end. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. All right, let's get to the tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Flyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Alexa Grasso. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the World, Taila Santos.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, round 1 getting underway, and all eyes are on Alexa Grasso. What can this young woman produce for an encore? When you harken back to the early days of her UFC career, she was primarily a boxer, but she always had the appetite for wrestling and grappling knowledge, and her uncle, Francisco Grasso, has helped put the entire package together. Diego Lopez deserves credit for her submission game. She believes she might find a sub here tonight. Early connection with the left from the champ. All right, there's that leg kick she told us in the fighter meeting. Those would be on the She's back there. This could be the end.
She landed a massive uppercut that hurt her opponent very, very badly.
Went for the inside leg kick. Well, she hasn't gotten the finish yet, but it's not for a lack of effort. Several huge uppercuts have landed, and prevailing wisdom is she goes right back to it here, I would think.
She has to go back to that. Why would she not go back to it? You don't fix something that's working. It ain't broken. Don't try to fix it. She's a master of landing uppercuts. Big head kick land.
Back to the jab now.
She's got her hurt. Got to look for the finish. Oh, my goodness. What a right hand.
Just over 2 minutes to go in what has been a furious round one. Santos is cut above the eye from that strike, so some definite adversity now for the fighter. We'll see if she can rise above it and keep her head in this fight. Well, it looked like we were going to get a finish. She had her rocked pretty good, but she wasn't able to close the show.
She wasn't able to find the kill shot. She hurt her very badly. She was not able to find that one shot that would have finished the fight. The fighter lands a nasty kick.
She's going back to that patented straight right hand, unable to connect. Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown D? .45 seconds to go here in round one. Oh, beautiful technique on that straight punch.
Nice kick.
There, probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively.
Big moments on both sides in round one. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round, so potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round, certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Caution, flammable, that horn signifies the end of the round, and quite frankly, after that knockdown with the head kick, I didn't think we'd get here.
It's a merciful horn. We're happy to hear the horn because she was getting brutalized. She was getting beat up to the body, but the big moment was when her opponent took the kick high and knocked her down.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway. Huge shot there.
Oh, the kick landed. Ooh, big shot lands.
Santos going with the kick to the body, but unable to find the range. Oh, combination striking at its best. Another great sequence out of her.
She is just throwing everything with so much confidence. Every time she throws, she believes that she is going to land, and to this point, she has done just that. Heavy kick downstairs. Another massive body kick lands.
Trying to establish that jab once again. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Great jab by her.
She missed with that jab. Well, she has certainly picked up the pace here in round two and starting to find herself in the pocket a little bit. She was a little bit hesitant in round one. No hesitancy whatsoever here in round two. She has clearly found her rhythm and range. Just unable to quite find that range. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Now the two separate from the clinch.
Oh, well-timed and placed overhand by Santos. Well, you've heard us say it a lot, but oftentimes with the leg kicks, it doesn't take a whole lot of them to inflict damage, and now her opponent's limping already.
Yeah, her opponent's limping. She's done a really good job of attacking that leg kick and setting it up to make sure that opponent never checked them. Now she's at a point where even if she checks a kick, it's still gonna hurt her.
She's had a huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot landed. Now she's gotta go chase her down and get another one off to finish the fight. You cannot take those leg kicks clean like that. ...20
seconds to go round two. Grasso going for the leg kick. Nothing doing there.
Right to the single collar. She was able to close the distance, and now she's in her position.
Respira, relaxa. Olha, tá muito perto dessa luta, tá? Você tem que botar ela no chão. Você tem que trabalhar mais do que ela nessa luta.
All right, let us now check out some of the action from that round, DC, and what a display of striking.
Yeah, she did a fantastic job of finding her spots, putting herself in position where she was the one landing and really dictating the pace of the fight. She did a great job of mixing up everything to get in control.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Right. Nice counter left there.
Oh, yes, now we're going.
Oh, nice punch there in the clinch. How impressive is this young woman? High volume of strikes in the previous round and picking up a huge shot fire right over the top. Her opponent in a world of trouble now.
Her opponent's in a world of trouble. She landed that punch in the exact spot that she needed to.
Oh, is that a massive knee to the head? Could be in trouble here. Just misses there with the left. Look for her to throw that overhand here again.
Right back in the clinch. Look for the backhand to be very active. Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah. Big ground and pound.
All right, she's got north-south position now, DC. We don't see a lot of north-south chokes in the UFC, but what is she trying to do here from what is a dominant position?
Well, you know, the north-south choke is very difficult because everybody is so well-versed in submission defense now.
Right.
But if done the correct way, it can happen. But you hit that north-south choke, hope that your opponent turns to their knees so that you can run to the back, try to get your hooks in, or you can attack guillotine when they go to their knees.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Santos' cheek looks like fire there. DC, the seminal blow of this fight thus far.
Yeah, man, she landed a massive hook, and it has her opponent hurt bad.
Oh! The jab followed by the right hand.
That punch didn't get through. Great defensive skills on display.
Well, let's see if she goes back to the hook again. Obviously, oh!
Huge shots going on right here.
Beautiful.
What a fight! She lands a huge leg kick.
Both fighters throwing heat now. Back to the feet now. Well, we're not close to a stoppage, but every time that area in the eye gets hit, it's getting bloodier by the minute.
Yeah, it gets bloodier by the minute, and you start to worry because you can only take these types of shots for so long before it gets to a point where you're just in very, very big danger.
Nice body kick there. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, so there's the end of the round. She didn't force the finish after getting that knockdown with the head kick, but was very close to getting the job done there for good in that round.
She's so patient. She's never going to overextend herself. She's never going to rush. She's never going to force anything. She will always stay exactly in her pocket. She will stay exactly in her rhythm. She believes that eventually the finish will come.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. I think we are the only two men sitting in this arena as we have arrived at round 4 and we enter the championship rounds. A huge, huge 5 minutes coming up for these two young ladies.
J.A., I couldn't have imagined that this fight would be this good. It's round number 4 now. Who can really keep fighting at such a high level?
I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike, John. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing her.
And now a little space between the two fighters. Well, not just a high output fight to this point, but a high accuracy fight as well. Both fighters have absorbed a lot of damage thus far.
These two women have both fought so valiantly. They have really laid it out on the line tonight, and it's made for a very fun fight. Nice job blocking.
All right, so no surprise to see her continuing to attack that area. That cut is going to get wider with every passing moment of the fight.
You know, generally you expect it to get worse when you're fighting someone like her.
Oh, huge connection fire there.
Massive shot landed. How's she going to try to find the next shot that'll finish the fight?
Immediately gets the underhook. Santos' eye is closing up. Lands a double leg takedown. Grasso gets up and is back on her feet. Very nice. And that one certainly found the target. It's amazing how visibly discouraged she is after getting stunned earlier in the round. It's not as though she was knocked down. She is still very much in this fight, but she has lost every moment since.
She's been getting beat now, beat to the punch. She got hurt. She's not doing a good job of building back and dealing with the adversity that she was dealt earlier in the round.
Oh, she got inside and right to the single collar tie. Well-placed kick there by Santos. Oh, nice shot to the body, connects for her there. Huge shot by her there, probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively. Oh, look at that.
20 seconds left. Well, the bruising on her calf is really getting bad now, DC. Certainly she can lean on the physical toughness, but I'm not sure she's going to be able to stand up much longer.
She's got to try to get the takedown, John. She's got to get off her feet. She can barely stand. She's not able to move. She's got to get close, get to a clinch, try to drag this fight to the floor.
It's no big deal, but you know she's going to try to make it bigger. She's going to go after it, okay? So I need you to keep your hands up.
Well, she's dealing with a pretty big cut now. We'll see if we can isolate exactly where it happened in that previous round.
Man, she took way too many shots in round 1. She was not being responsible defensively, and ultimately she is paying for it because now she's having a real tough time dealing with that cut.
You ready to fight? You ready?
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Hook to the head there by Santos.
She's so fast, so straight, everything just perfect. Everything perfect. Every strike, every kick, every punch, everything's just perfect.
I'm not sure her opponent knows where she is. She's in the octagon still.
She can't possibly know where she is right now after taking such a massive head kick. That was a nice strike.
Well, I think if I was a fighter, I'd probably be a headhunter, but she is not that, right? She's invested in the body, and she's done some pretty significant damage to her opponent.
Absolutely. You know, you start to go there, and you land something, and you may think, she is such a reverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish this fight.
Oh, big knee to the body. Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Santos is taking aim at that cut right now, and they might even have to call in a ringside physician. Smart decision by the fighter to continue to attack that compromised area. Man, she's got it all going with the hands, with the feet tonight, and that cut is really becoming a factor now as this fight continues.
Yes, she's got to move, Jay. She's got to get on her bicep. She's got to get to the middle of the round so that the cut man can get to work. Because the more she's in there, the more she tries to fight face first, the more that cut is going to open up. She's got to get moving. Now she's in full mount.
Armbar set up here.
Nice setup on that armbar.
Ooh, she's got the arm locked in tight.
She's got it set up. She's in position now.
Well, her opponent continues to attack that cut, and there is more blood pouring out with every passing strike.
You know, we talked about this when she first got the cut. That she needed to address.
Oh, tremendous escape by her there.
Beautiful submission defense on display by this young lady.
Oh, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Grasso. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over. Jonathan, he just gets up.
All right, so now as the cut continues to get worse, it appears as though it's starting to affect her a little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to affect her.
Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal.
Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable. So how about it, folks? A huge result for her. She gets the TKO here tonight, and this is a celebration that you can be sure is going to continue deep into the night.
Well, this is what she expected. She expected to finish this fight. That's exactly what she did. The party's going to be off the hook because she has planned for it all week. What a phenomenal performance by this young lady.
The official decision, it resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 31 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Alexa Grasso.
All right, you heard it there from Bruce Buffer. Buff, careful on the stairs down, man. But Alexa Grasso, your winner by TKO, and really